Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. It's the world of Wayne, it's a brand new week. And I'm trying to get my grips with all of these magazines here. Look, check this out. We're going to be doing stages 65 to 70 of the Hachette Partworks release of Build the Batmobile Tumbler. God, there's a lot. Look at that. Put that down. 6 stages we're going to do today. And if you remember last time, we were working on this section. We were working on the ailerons. Trying to get that word out. I believe we're going to probably start by putting this one on as well. There is that issue a lot of people have actually put up saying that this doesn't actually hold that in fully. It keeps wanting to pull out there. So I might try and work on that today as well. I'm guessing it just needs to be bent in just a little bit there. But that is how that's looking. And if you do want to get this for yourself, I don't think this is available anymore. But the link is in the video description just down there, and you'll be able to see that for yourself. We're going to jump straight into it with stage 65, so without further ado, let's get cracking. So regarding this Aileron here, as you can see, it does have a little bit of a wobble on this side. The other one didn't really have that, so I don't know if I can actually tighten these screws. That's the first thing I'm going to try and do. Right, I've got no wobble now. And I had pushed it in a little bit there. Now it is metal, so you can probably get away with just taking your time. I'm just going a little bit slow just to get a bit of bend in there. Hold that into place. There we go. Let's try that. That's a lot tighter there. There we go. That's in. I haven't gone too far on it, but okay, let's start this. So in stage 65, here's the magazine. And I am guessing we're doing that final aileron. We are, which looks like that, and some pieces there. So we're actually taking this section. This is different. Oh yeah, we are. It's not different. This has been so long since I've worked on it. We're going to be putting this part in just like that. It's going to mount this part of the aileron and put this one into place as well. So by the end of it, it's looking just like that. So we are going to just mirror what we've done on this side here over to this side here. So what first thing I'm going to do is just drop in this little brace. That's just going to drop into that point there. Now I'm just checking if there is a certain way this needs to go. I think that way. So it's actually pointing straight up. And then on the other side here, if I hold that in, we can see that it's coming out this side. And this is where things get a little bit weird because I've got to put this aileron into place with the point here just going over that point there like that, and it's held in with a WP screw. And I have managed to push it in a little way here, just a case of screwing it in the rest of the way. Once this is in, it's going to hold in that brace as well. Now I need the bracket, which is labelled R3. Now I need this bracket that's labelled R3. That's going to be going just into inside brackets here. And that's going to be holding this aileron from one side. Now I'm going to screw that in from the other side with AP screws. At this point, you don't have to worry about putting the aileron into there. So one there. And just one into that side. Now I can put this one side just into the hole there, because on the other side to hold that in, I've got another bracket. That's going to go in here, holding that side in place as well. And just like last time, it's going to be held in with an AP screw. So this time it's this end over here. So I have put one screw in already just to hold that into place. I'm just going to position up this aileron and just get the last screw in there. When they're both in, they should look just like that, and that's all there is to do in that stage. So here's stage 66. No idea what we're doing now. Let's have a look. So we have got support frames and connectors. So 2 connectors, lots of screws. These are going to be going onto what we've just created here. So by the end of it, it's looking just like that. Now I'm guessing because we're going to be having this way round, don't be surprised if some of those ailerons fall out. But I can easily put them back in again. Now the plate here is labelled L and R, so we know what's the left and right side. because these brackets here are labelled as well. So if I'm going to be working on this side first, it's the left side that I'm going to need first. And quite simply, this bracket is just going to go over these two parts that we put in here to hold all of this into place. So just slip it over the top, and there we go. It slips in just like that. It's going to be held in with 3 cm screws. So I'll get all 3 of these in now. There we go. That's the first bracket in there. Now I want the other side of the left connector looking like this. It's stamped on the bottom with an L. And that's going to be going into this channel just here to connect the aileron on this side. And the other one's going to go in the channel on the other side to connect the aileron on the other side. So when this slides, this is going to move both ailerons at the same time. It's going to be held in with a UP screw. Now the front one is actually connected in with a different screw. This is a GP screw here. And get that all the way in. Perfect. So now these are connected up. So when they move, as you can see, they go up and down like that. Interesting. Okay. All I'm going to do then is just mirror what I've done on that side onto this side over here. So once again, this plating over the top and CM screws to hold this in. And then we just put the plate in between. Then we just take one of the larger screws, the UP screw, just for the back one here. Make sure that goes all the way through. And then just a GP screw through the back one here. And when they're all in, they should look like that. And that's all there is to do in that stage. In stage 67, here's the magazine, looking like this. And now we've got the right center console and several of these components. Look at this, there's got lots of components in here. That we're actually putting all of this together with a gear system, so that then that's going to look just like that. Now my initial impression is this is a gear system to control those ailerons. Well, they hardly move the ailerons, so this is a lot of work for something which doesn't really make much of a difference, but we will do this. And the first thing I want to do is take this pin. It actually looks quite symmetrical. I'm just checking it on both sides. This one has got a little tab which is going to go into here like that, of this section here. Now the square side of this tab that's coming out the other side is going to be going into this hole just here. There we go. So it's coming out just like that. And it's going to be held in with a flanged DP screw, which I just happen to have here. And there we go. And as you can see, that's now in there. And now I want to take this side of the detail here. This is the right throttle. And I want to put this pin into that hole. So it goes in just like this. Push that down. There we go. Looking like that. And then the other side is going to be going on this side just here. And again, push that into place. Then I've got a small detail which looks like this going into this side. So now drop it. And again, push this in. So that looks like that. And then this whole thing is going to go on top of what we've just created here. Like this. I'm closing it off with the other bracket, which is going to go on this side like that there. Over this side, you see this pin just there? Hopefully one of the cameras. I've got a gear to put on. That just slips over the top of that there. And I want to hold that in place with, again, one of these DP screws. And then I've got the roller here to put in, which is going to go into that tab there. And again, another one of these DP screws. Now we haven't attached this side down yet. But with this last screw in here, that's all there is to do in that stage. In stage 68, here's the magazine, looking like this. And we have got the center console we're doing now. This is interesting. So I have got some details to go into here like this, piecing all of this together. It looks like I've got to retrieve some of the electrics. Is that right? Because we haven't got any electrics in there. And once that's all together, it's going to look just like this. So we are working on a completely different part at the moment. So first thing I want is this case here, which is going to house this control panel. And the control panel is going to be going in this way. It is stuck in with adhesive tape though. So I've got two strips here. Let me just get those in on both sides there. And again, make sure that I put this control board in the right way round. It's going to go in this way here. And there we go, that's held in like that. Now, bringing over what we worked off first time here, this control board is just going to go into the ends of these two sections here. And it's a push in, so one in here and one in the other side. So as you can see, that's in like that. I've then got a little peg just on this side, which is going to go into the hole down there to mount this section in. So just make sure that pushes all the way down there. And then finally, I've got this panel, which is just going to go into the holes here, this way round, like this. So one in here and one in there, and to push that into place. Now I just need these limit switches, which are labelled 13 and 14 on the plugs. Now I'm going to want to take limit switch 14, and that's going to go into that little socket just there. So when this channel here is going to be going up and down, it's going to activate this limit switch just there. I want to hold that into place with a GP screw. Perfect, that's one in. And then the second switch is going to be going in this way, just into the hole at the top. This is the number 13 switch. You might have to just bend it a little bit like that so that can fit flush in there. Perfect. And I will just get a GP screw just into that side there. Perfect. Now we do have a hole just in the corner here, which I want to make sure that I run these cables in like this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to run this round the outside here, this cable 13, so it doesn't intrude with this gear system just there, because I'm about to piece these two parts together now. Perfect, they're all in there. Again, I just want to make sure that these cables here at the bottom do go out of the little hole that I've got in the corner just there like that. Make sure they all align at the top here. That looks good. And then once again, a DP screw just into the hole at the other side of this thruster to keep that into place, as you can see. Excellent. Now to hold this into place, I just need two CP screws at the top here. Turn it over, and then as you can see, I've got 4 CP screws going in this side. That's perfect. If you do have problems rotating these wires around, you can use this to stick that down. All I'm going to do then is just put some caps in these sides here to hide the screw holes. So one in that side, and then one in this side. And there we go. So with that in place, that's all there is to do in that stage. The penultimate stage of this pack is stage 69. Here's the magazine, looking like this. And we've got the left window and frame. And I think this is just a case of putting the window in the frame. So it's like that. Nice quick stage. Actually, the next stage is going to be quite big as well. You know what? Let's do both of these together. So let me just show you the magazine for that. So this is stage 70. Looking like this. And as you can see, we've just got this one part here, which I think is just attaching to what we create in the last stage as well. So we will do both of these stages together. So here's the parts for stage 69, and there's only 2 parts. And all I'm going to do is just push this into the lugs we've got around here. This is the inside here. Make sure they go in all the way. You can hear them clipping there. And just confirming that's flat, that's what that looks like on that side. Already I've got fingerprints on it, go figure. But there you go, that looks like that. And then, as you saw in the last stage, stage 17, we're going to be adding a piece to this. And this is just going to be going into the holes there. So it's going to go on kind of like that. And it's held in with CM screws. So one just down the bottom here. And then finally just one on this side here. Perfect. So there you go. When that's in, it's looking just like that. And that's all there is to do in that stage. So we have done this side window. Let's just have a quick review. We've done this center console. I don't know if this should be stiffer in there or if this should operate independently from the control board. In the picture, they have this up like that, but as you can see, mine doesn't stay up. So I don't know if there should have been a bush in there or something. I don't know. No idea if even that should stick to this one, but mine's definitely laying flat like that. I could mount that up should I need to. That's not going to be an issue. This operates no problem at all. I'm guessing we've got some gear system going on in here. And then if I just bring over the ailerons that we were working on right at the start, which looks like that, these seem to be operating like this, so they work like this. But I tell you now, they don't work very well. If I'm being honest, they don't work very well. This one works like that. This one doesn't even move. I'll tell you that now. So I don't think I'm going to be using those. But that's a little bit disappointing, I have to say, because I think that would have been better engineered than it is. But it is what it is. So when it comes time to demonstrate this, I think you'll only see one side of this. I mean, to be honest with you, even bending those things in, there's something wrong with this side of the car, because these ailerons here fit perfectly. These ones don't. And I'm not the only person that's had that problem. A lot of people have had that issue, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But it's looking good. I never wanted to have this as a toy kind of model anyway, but when it comes to demonstrate, as I said, I will show you that aileron working. I'm not sure what that one's going to do. But there you go. That's the Tumbler for another month. I really do hope you like that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.